Okay, Texas, okay, as the ruler of Mahajanapatas, okay, were building huge fortresses, maintaining big army. They also need resources, okay. So they need to collect this, okay. So instead of depending on occasional gifts brought by people, as in the case of Rajas or the Janapatas, okay, they started collecting revenue taxes, okay. The first is taxes on groups, okay, were the most important. This was because most people were farmers. Usually the tax was fixed at 1/6 of what was produced, okay. This was known as pakka or a Sure, there were taxes on craftspersons as well. This could have been in the form of labor, for example, a weaver or a smith, okay, may have to work for a day every month of the for the king, okay. Herders were also expected to pay taxes in the form of animals and animal produce, okay. They were also taxed on goods that were produced and sold through trade, and hunters and gatherers also have to provide forest products to the rajas. Okay, changes in agriculture. Okay, let's try to understand the undercurrent of the topic. Okay, that is changes in agriculture. Okay, there were two major changes in agriculture around this. Okay, that is the first one is growing used iron bloodshed. Okay, this means that heavy clay soil. Okay, heavy clay soil could be turned over better than with a wooden plowshare, okay? And with that, okay, more grain could be produced. Okay, the next change is that people began transplanting Betty, okay, like this scattering seeds, okay, not only that, planting saplings, okay, instead of scattering seeds on the ground, okay, before they used to scatter the seeds, right, instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plant good spot, okay, saplings were grown and then planted in the field, okay, in order to increase in production. However, it was a back-breaking work, right? So because of that, slave man and woman, that is desa and desai, okay, and landless agricultural laborer, okay, had to do this work. Okay, the next point is a closer look, Makata, okay? Makata become an important Mahajanapata in about 200 years ago, okay? The most important Mahajanapatas are many rivers such as the Ganga and so on flow through Makata, okay? This significance are that transportation, water supply, making the land fertile, okay? Forest track of Makata is that elephants were captured and trained by the army, okay. Forests also provided wood for building houses, carts and chariot. Beside this, okay, there were also iron or mine in the region that could be trapped to make a strong dolls and weapons. Okay, Magadha had two very powerful rulers, that is Bimbisara and Ajatasattu, okay, who used all possible means to conquer other Janapadas, okay. Mahabhatmananda, okay, was another important ruler, okay. He extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent, okay. Ratchagiri, present day in Bihar, was the capital of Magadha for several years. Later, the capital was shifted to Pataliputra, okay, that is the present day Patna. Okay, more than 2,300 years ago, okay, a ruler named Alexandra, okay, who lived in Macedonia in Europe, wanted to become a world conqueror, okay, but of course he didn't conquer all the world, okay, but he did conquer a part of Egypt and West Asia and came to Indian subcontinent, okay. reached by the bank of the beach. Okay, his soldier after that. Okay, his soldiers, they refused to march. Okay, they were scared as they had heard that the ruler of India had vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots and elephant. Okay, a glosser looks Vichy. Okay, Vichy. This is also another important Mahajanapatha. Okay, and this Vichy. Okay, Vichy with its capital at Vaishali, Bihar. Okay, government that Bihar under a different form of government. Okay, that is known as Kana or Sangha. Okay, Kana. Okay, Kana is used for a group that has many members. Sangha means organization or association. There were not one but many rulers were there. Okay, known as Rajas. Okay, the Rajas, they also meet in assembly and decided what has to be done and through discussion and debates. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, if they were attacked by an enemy, okay, they meet to discuss what should be done, okay, to meet the threat. However, during that time, okay, Human, Dasaras and Gamagaras could not participate in this assembly. Okay, both the Buddha and Mahavira. Okay, you will read it in chapter 7. Okay, they belong to the Kanas or Sanghas. Okay. The most vivid description in life is the Sanghas can be found in the Buddhist book. Okay, Rajas of powerful kingdom, okay, try to conquer the Sanghas. Why? Because they expected from Dikha Nikaya, okay, that is Ajada, Sadhu and Vichayas. This Dikha, okay, is a famous Buddhist book, okay, which contains some of the speeches of Buddha that were written down about 2,300 years ago. Okay, in this, okay, Ajata Sadhu, okay, wanted to attack the Vichas. Okay, he sent his minister to the Buddha to get his advice on the matter. Okay, the Buddha asked whether the Vichas meet frequently in full assembly. Okay, when he heard that they did, okay, he replied that Vichas should continue to prosper as long as they held fully and frequent public assembly, they meet and act together, they follow established rules, they respect and support and listen to elders, Vichas women were not held by force or captured, or chatiyas, okay, that local shrine, okay, were maintained in both town and village, while saints who followed different beliefs were respected and allowed to enter and leave the country freely. Okay, powerful Rajas, okay, Rajas of powerful kingdoms, they tried to conquer the Sanghas, okay, nevertheless, okay, this lasted for a long time till about 1,500 years ago, when the last of Kanas or Sanghas were conquered by the Gupta rulers, okay, by whom you will read in chapter 7, okay, the rest we will read it in chapter 7.